Hello everyone! Welcome to the first game of the Super Mario Bros. 3 Challenge Cup here between Pleco and SDiezal. We are running a very similar set between this and the main brackets. This is for the people who did not quite make it into our main thing proper. We have a lot of really good players still here though, and these two are fine examples of that. I am GamerCal, joined here by Radboy today. How are you doing, buddy?
I'm doing excellent, Gamer Cal. How are you?
Yeah, pretty good overall. Very excited to kick this off as well and see how our runners do with this. So
Yeah,
as far as the flag sets go, it is very similar. If you saw anything from yesterday's brackets or any of the qualifier stuff, it's very similar. We do not get to break locks for hammers. We do shuffle in all the stages, just like the Swiss Game 2 would be. So beta stages can appear as well. We have the rocks and stuff, like this World 1 could technically be breakable, but we don't have hammers for it at the moment, so whatever. The main difference is that Toad Houses remain. You start with power-ups, which neither player used. A little bit surprised at that, to be honest. And the Boss Bass is slower. The sun is a bit slower, and it starts up later, and the Boom Boom HP is always 3.
Yep, yeah, so sun won't start until you've made about 4 screens worth of movement through. So back to vanilla behavior there.
Yeah. Which will throw runners off as well. After being so used to having the faster sun, it's gonna be a bit of a relearning curve, I think, here for these guys. Oh, that is not a very nice enemy to see there.
Well, and unfortunately, 5F1 breaks the lock that doesn't help shorten the path, and this is just unfair. Nice toe touches around there, though, to get through damage.
Well done, Pleco. I actually don't think I have ever... Oh, that's annoying. I don't think I've ever seen the standing Patui in that exact spot.
Yeah,
I would have fired it. That is just brutal. Wow.
It reminds me of, what is it, Mega Man 1 or 2, the air stage, where you gotta sort of toe touch it around the screws.
What have I done?
Great job from both of them. Wow, and a 5-9 after. What a start to World 1 here, gamer.
Yeah, I rolled this seed, so they're probably gonna have some words for me afterwards. Oh well, that's okay. Yeah, fantastic start though for both players, as you say.
Yeah, this is definitely not a Twitch clippable World 1.
No.
You know, 5-9, nice, easy level. For the most part, there's only 2 enemies that can spawn on your way up.
Yeah.
And if you know how to manipulate them, the fire chops don't pose any big threats. So
yeah, I like to stay on the left-hand side of the platforms just so I know exactly where the fireballs are going. And in the case of the second one, if it comes up, it just goes into you from the other side of the next platform, so you don't actually have to like try and attack it.
Yeah.
Here's another one that's kind of annoying to like, I don't know what it's been in practice. This platform, I have had like my momentum killed way too many times trying to jump off of this. I don't know exactly why, but it's been irritating me for a while now.
Alright, well, so knowledge time for you. So
yep.
You're probably jumping off of the slope before it. So SDiezal's going to jump over here to this slope. If you jump right from that slope onto the platform without getting onto the flat top part or jumping off the block, your momentum is crushed. So you have to jump onto it from a flat to be able to have your full momentum back. So I always jump onto the 2 wooden blocks there and then run off of it, or jump off of it onto the platform, and then you have your full momentum back.
That makes sense, because it's like you want to jump off the hill because you don't want to run up the hill because the hill is slow to run up, right? But that actually makes a lot of sense now thinking about it. Yeah. No, the long thought's just like, the long stuff just doesn't really end here, does it? 2-4 is one of the longest in the game. Great P-speed there from Pleco to get through the second part there.
Yeah, nice clean trip through the top of the spikes. Alright,
it's not as easy as it looks.
Let's swap the audio over here, as we now know Pleco has a slight lead here coming into the first double fire, bro. Nice vanilla arena for them, though.
You gotta love the hot stuff. I know it's a classic for Pleco, but you've just got a lot of the hearts going in here. World 6 airship is our first one, huh?
All right. Any first class trips today?
Not quite.
Not today.
It's always worth going for because unlike vanilla, it actually saves time here. But Diesel not quite being able to get the hit there is annoying. Just happens with Fire Bros for whatever reason. They're just like, oh, I'm not gonna respect your hit from underneath. Who cares about that?
Yeah, something about their hitboxes are like they don't extend all the way down to their feet. It's such a pain.
It's so annoying, because like sometimes it'll work, and then other times you'll hit the block from underneath them and they'll just drop on your head and just be like, really?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, they that's why their vanilla arena is that the sand block that Pleco got to fight them in. They're meant to be jumped on from the top.
Yep. It's like they knew.
All right, so Pleco gonna head into World 2, being played as World 6. SDiezal not too far behind, probably about 20 seconds or so.
Okay.
7-6 with a tail.
There was a P-wing off of in case things go south here, right? There was a P-wing off the Haribo, right? So, I think.
Yeah, I just fly. So. I just fly over. It's easy. No big deal.
Yeah, I have tried. I kind of get it sometimes. If I build up P speed on the right hand side at the door, though, I just can't get up. I don't know. It's I've not managed to figure it out yet. But then again, there's no tutorial or anything for this, so who really knows? So nice.
There we go. Yeah, so knowledge time. So if you do build P speed at the door, you just wait at it until the sound stops, and then when you run back, you'll start building your arrows quick enough to grab it again on the left side.
Right, okay. May have to try that, because this sometimes really just annoys me. 3-7 with the slow fish this time, so you can outrun this one. But with the tail, probably safest going on the top here. Will we see the item? Ooh.
Oh yeah, only World 2. World 2, good time to get the item. SDiezal having trouble with the clip as well.
Yeah, he's been rejected a couple of times off of this, and yeah, I think he's just going to go in. And are we going to play the full thing? Ooh. Okay, that's fair enough.
Oh,
Paragoomba deciding it was coming in. Yeah, I figured that was frog suit. Okay, not the best, but hey.
Yeah, so, but if Pleco didn't go for it, you know it's a hammer or a cloud, right?
Yeah,
that's the way the game plays.
So there are actually a couple of ways of speeding up this level, which we're not we're not going to see it here. You can actually just ride the platform straight up. In order to get up. The other thing you can do that's maybe a bit riskier is you can jump from the vertical one just to go into that pipe immediately, which saves some time as well. 6F2 not really causing any issues for Pleco over here.
That jump into the pipe as small is so tight though. I mean, up pipes are the worst in this game to begin with, but
yeah. So the safer way of doing it is just to ride the vertical one straight up and just go from there. Because you still save a bit of time because you're not going across the thing again to get into the pipe, but it feels tight until you actually sort of get used to it at that stage. But yeah, the vertical jump in the pipe, that's scary. I don't normally want to do that myself either.
Alright, SDiezal is out of 7-6, and Pleco had a nice run through 6F2 there, and looks like we've got 2 more pipes here. And is it free?
It is not quite. It's very interesting. Oh, 1-1-1. That's the other stage. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, okay.
This was the split pass. So 3-7 or 1-1. Probably equivalent for time length if Pleco didn't go for the item. So SDiezal will, if he can get out of here, we'll probably save 4 or 5 seconds just from not having the option to get the item, and we know it's not worth it anyway. So
that is though. So Star and the Cloud from the 2 Hammer Bros there. If it was a free world, she would have missed that. So it's a bit of a blessing in disguise, I guess. There, as we go into 3-6 here.
Yeah, skipping the first power up too.
Yeah. It's pretty reasonable, I think, because that one does have a tendency to just be a star, which is not, like, super useful here.
I mean, 33% chance, right?
Sure.
But I don't think that... There has to be some rhyme or reason to the ones that can be 1-ups because
Yeah.
some of them never come as 1-ups. So I
But
don't
then
know what the rhyme or
7F2
reason is.
7F2 is 100% 1-ups, whenever you want it to be something else, you know.
You always want the star. It's one of the few that I really always want the star.
Yeah.
All right, Navy is going to build the bridge.
Nothing too dangerous this time around with it. It's one of those that's like, it's not a difficult stage, but it's easy sometimes just to get like tripped up in one weird place and then everything sort of goes off rhythm and, you know, you get a giant cannonball to the back of the head and...
Alright, I think this is the star? Yeah. So hopefully Diesel plays the other hammer bro. And picks up that cloud. Well, Pleco is going to find the World 1 airship.
Not too bad, yep.
If it's a fire flower in this box, it's a really nice easy kill. Unfortunately it's not, but...
Probably won't be too bad though.
Logic dictates 1 or 5, so it's got to be a 5 now, right?
Correct.
There it is.
Oh no! Slightly early.
Just got a little antsy there.
Yeah, Diesel
All right,
gets the bad news as well.
We missed it for the first 2 worlds, but we're on the timing now. So what's World 3 gonna be?
Diesel, you really need to play that hammer bow at some point, man.
Hopefully it's in the way when he's going back to the pipe.
That would be the hope. Well, I guess the 33% wasn't right this time, so it was a mushroom that was there.
Which means Pleco could have got a fire flower from it too.
Maybe, yeah. Fireflower is like annoyingly bad in this stage anyway, because almost all the enemies are fire-based whenever you get one, so... Ooh, gatekeep straight away, okay.
Alright, so World 4. 8 forward on the first island. Will this be the bridge maker? I didn't see if there was any locks on screen either.
I didn't see any. It's kind of hard to... I guess it's hard to get a big picture of that, but sometimes you do get one in the very corner, but I don't think there was this time. Oh. This could just be a 1-forwarder, to be fair. We haven't really had that much.
Chat letting us know there was a lock there.
Oh, there was one, okay.
Fortunately, Pleco just slowed down a little bit. I don't know if she was trying to avoid the damage and then decided to just take it, but does miss the 1 cycle, so gonna have to wait out the second timer. Diesel...
Hey,
okay.
There we go.
You don't want to see a cloud advantage this early.
No. It is fascinating seeing everybody's different approaches to facing hammer bros and such, though. Yeah, okay, there's one. Whoa, there we go!
Alright. Now, put this pipe at the very back of 4.
Aw.
What a free world.
This is how you can tell it's me that rolled this seed, because I get this happening quite a bit, to be honest. Either that or the hammer is somehow useful in the world. That's been the other caveat from my seeds. So...
I mean, Pleco's super happy that it was free, so
yeah.
You just did her a favor.
Absolutely. World 7 airship here, so... Yeah, so I've been seeing people doing the full P-speed strats in here, especially the finish runners are really good at doing it, it seems. As far as I could tell, I managed to get it to save maybe half a second over waiting at the 2 firings and getting the half P-speed going the whole way through. So I don't know if I'm just bad, which is very possible, or if it's if it actually really isn't that worth it. Ooh, earthquake's going on here.
Yeah, it involves a lot of wall rubs, right? So
yeah, it's like 3 of them. Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't surprise me.
That was a full 5 hits, huh? Yeesh.
I know high flyer is shown off if you enter with the P-wing. You can take damage on the first flame and hold it without all the wall rubs, which definitely would be a nice time save and easy to pull.
Yep.
But then you have to enter with the P-wing. So, all right. So 3 worlds down, 13.5 minutes. Where are we going for World 4?
Let's have the sky. That'd be an interesting one.
All right.
Okay.
How about 2? Well, okay, free pipe.
Which is good because we don't have a hammer yet, right? So... Oh, Diesel also missing the 1 cycle here.
Yeah,
Meanwhile, Air Force...
he got pixeled on the corner when he jumped.
It's always the worst. One of the last times I did this in practice, I got pixeled on the P-switch, so I just had no chance to begin with. It was so annoying.
Good clean run through Air Force for Pleco there.
Yeah.
281 pipe entry is
very,
nothing to
very
scoff
good,
at. Yeah.
Now, anything above 280 is really solid there. It means you've not really been held up by anything whatsoever, so
Yeah.
good stuff.
Diesel gets the good news, and he's gonna exit here and find that it was a free World 4.
Oh no! Oh, okay.
Missed the jump input.
Yeah, unfortunately. So if you bounce off of both note blocks there, it is possible to get over the top of the thing there and save some time, but you really have to anticipate that you're getting it at that stage, because if you don't anticipate it properly, you are almost definitely running off to your death afterwards.
Yeah, so the kicker is that's the vanilla strat, right? But it's a Koopa there, I think. So you can just bounce off them, run straight off, and then onto the sort of the single gap ones. It just seems like it's always a fire snake there, so when you do that, you end up taking damage.
Yeah. So Diesel actually picked up the first item at the beginning, and unfortunately... Oh, no, actually he's gonna get... How on earth did he keep P-Speed there? That is amazing. Yeah, no, he got a Fire Flower instead of the Leaf at start, because he wasn't going to take the damage boost for it. Ended up getting the thing. Very good. If he can get the fire kill here, then... unfortunately.
Careful.
Yeah, this is where it gets a bit dangerous, because, yeah, Iggy has the high ground with it. 610 with another plant set, huh?
And that's a fire nipper right there.
Nah, it looks like a regular one this time. Yeah.
Oh, it was? Okay.
It didn't shoot fast enough. Yeah. No, it was a stationary jump one this time. That one on the other hand... Nope, that's still jumping, okay.
Nice floating patootie there.
You gotta love it. I think my favorite one is the one that's at the end of Piranha Plant Stage 2 that just like floats in the middle of the music box, the note blocks there at the end.
Yeah, just ridiculous. What a game.
It really is.
SDiezal.
Ooh. If it's not at the end of World 1, it has to be at the end of World 2. That's the law, right? You know, after you have the use of it. Ooh. Okay. Interesting Cloud Juice.
So if we can find another one, 3 still at play, but other than that, that hammer is 100% useless.
And this is where, time-wise, we would start to look at avoiding as many of the hammer bursts and stuff as possible, because if clouds are still good in this if you can get them, but now your meaningful items are effectively like cut in half, right? Because we're starting with power-ups, so we don't really need to look for a hammer suit if we can keep that fire flower till the end. And so really we're looking for hammers and clouds for the most part. We've done almost every world that would require hammers, and so at this point it's like clouds or bust, right? And it's not that likely to get too many of them. Even if you're fighting like every hammer bro here, you may end up wasting more time than you'd save doing it, so...
Yeah, you sort of need one, you know, within every 3 bros to make it worth it.
Yeah. And we're going... Oh!
Hello, 7-8.
I have generated a classic here, that's for sure. That is, the only ones we're missing are like the unholy trinity, right? Of 6-6, 7-5, and Atlantis, right? Everything else has basically been accounted for here. That's really funny.
I don't know, depending on enemy set, sometimes I would take 6-6 over 7-8. I hate this level.
That is fair, yeah, if you get a lot of fire ones at the start, yeah.
But Pleco does a really nice job getting through there.
Yeah.
SDiezal making his way through 610 here, finding the lovely plants.
I think it's the... Oh, that was a fire-based one there. I think the only thing that's funnier than the plant like floating there is all the walking ones that keep getting stuck in the ice blocks underneath, so they're like effectively stationary, but they're not supposed to be, but you know.
Alright, so...
7F1. We're taking
So
the ID here by the looks of it.
yeah. SDiezal going through 3F1.
Yeah, we didn't see this, did we? So
There's an argument to be made that you could have hopped on the canoe just to go double check that the lock isn't on Prize Island, just because this game has jokes and the pipe is going to be the one at the back of it in 3F2 tile.
yeah, that's fair.
So it's gonna
that's why. That was the one that Pleco clouded over. That's why we didn't see it. Okay.
Okay.
Kind of an unfortunate one for Pleco then, because that's not a slow, not like a slow fort in the slightest. But well.
Yeah, and she gave up her cloud for Bowser, so that's unfortunate. Alright, SDiezal gets the one hit Morton out of the way. Well, Pleco is just gonna float her way through 5-1. Get a little 2-up for the fans.
So I've been told this one doesn't actually like lose time getting a 2-up there, huh?
Nope. No, it's the same as the regular one. Getting a flower is about 2 seconds, and getting a star is about 4 seconds.
Ooh, another cloud. Well, I mean, hey, if the guy was in the way anyway, then that's totally fair to...
Cloud straight away?
Yep.
I like it.
This is the sort of aggressive use of them to make sure that they get used at some point. You don't necessarily have to skip the longest stages of the game so long as you skip something off of it, right?
Yeah, and it still hasn't worked to skip Bowser's Castle, so no sense in keeping it for there yet. SDiezal unfortunately getting...
exactly the same death that I took yesterday to the fifth one there. Ooh.
Okay.
Okay.
It looked like that Wendy may have been heavy there just from her small hop.
There was like, it felt like there was a stun there, wasn't it?
Yeah. Are we gonna take the boat? You know you want to.
Nah, I think we're just gonna take a look-see organically here and just go do the levels regardless. That means we're probably not gonna see a cloud use though.
Nope, but there is the cloud.
Huge risk. Yeah. Getting close to the danger zone time of it though, because you're not guaranteed to have any spaces you could use a cloud in these last 2 worlds we've got, because it's 5 and 7. Ooh, the optional. Okay.
And we haven't seen our 3-forter yet, have we?
We certainly haven't. This could be important, but there's no choice to try and skip anyway. So.
Yeah, and without being able to see the sky.
As well too.
World 2 had 3 forts.
Didn't seem like it. But okay. Oh, 7-1 found here. Okay. Makes me glad I'm not
with
playing
the tail
this one.
clips.
Yeah, been rejected at least once already.
Yeah, the problem with the tail is it just throws the jump off.
Yeah, gonna take the... Are we taking the death? Maybe not. Nope, gonna play through. I mean, you've got a tail, it's not unreasonable to want to. Meanwhile, 3-2 over here. Awkward stage, to say the least. You always love the garbled enemy stuff that comes in from tile sets they're not supposed to be in.
Yeah.
This is not a fun enemy set here.
I will say 3-2 with the fixed hitboxes where you're not going through the cheeps and taking damage feels so much nicer.
It has felt a lot better, yeah. Oh, Krista would be proud, but she's doing other comms at the moment. 7F2 coming on in here.
Easiest fort in the game.
You know, it sometimes is. I will not lie. Sometimes it can be. You're making absolute sure to hit everything we can. Ooh, that's okay. Oh, it was required.
Okay.
Oh no. Okay.
So I mean, really only loses what 5 or 6 seconds in pipe transitions and getting back.
So it looks like 7F1 was actually the other cloud here that Pleco used. So that one honestly reasonable because that's a wildcard of a thing to do that, right? So sometimes you're just going to take a minute to do the clip.
Yeah, it could be a 16-second level, it could be a minute-and-a-half level.
Meanwhile, Diesel is just going to straight play the thing because mostly the overworld movement is really bad for him here if he takes the intentional death. Because he's at the pipe, he's got to take a screen transition as well. It would waste more time than just getting the Tanuki here. Guaranteed.
Yeah, the difference is only 8 seconds. So when you factor in the sort of death animation and the spin back and the 2 screen transitions, because you get one each way when you're floating, yeah, it definitely wouldn't have been worth it to take the death there.
Solid day 2 for Pleco there as well.
Yeah, Sands of Champions. No shame in that.
There really isn't. Like, I've been going back and I've been trying to do it without for a while, but I've been going back and forth on it, and I think unless you have either like the faster boss pass or maybe the mini cheap in the way at the start, I think it is honestly just better most of the time to take the sand. Because the amount of time that you would normally be able to save is predicated on can you keep P-Speed the entire way through, and in Rando, it's not even guaranteed you can build that P-Speed immediately. 1.5 beta giving a lot of hassle here, just gotta close it out.
Once the enemy sets got shuffled around, this level became no joke.
For sure. To the point where, like, I have an old seed with the old one that's got, like, the gold walls and everything. I shoved that into the randomizer and shuffled enemies only just so I could make, like, 12 seeds to practice that one. It's not fun otherwise for that, you know? Meanwhile,
right.
2 airship here.
Yeah, and just as Diesel is entering into World 5 here, and we are going to end at Pipes. So World 7 will be last.
Ooh, there's the other Earthquaker, so Wendy wasn't.
Okay.
Ooh, now is Diesel going to take the item here is the question.
Well, if they paid more attention than we did and knew that it was only only a 2-forwarder at most, then...
Yeah, nothing being taken here, no chances off of it, which is good. So far, solid time through this, to be honest. Just over almost 4.5 minutes per world is still really good time for the stuff here.
Yeah, there have been a couple of longer worlds as well. So 4 was really the only sort of freebie.
Yep. Oh, yeah, I actually completely missed that that one at the top there, but that's totally fine. It's like one extra level with a bit here, so nothing. Here's another one that tells you it's a me seed because we see 6F1 coming up here. Oh, almost. Okay, we might still get there with the double damage boost, yeah. So a bit spooky coming down here, but we're fine.
That's just some of the vanilla strats from a non-vanilla runner coming through.
Yeah, I mean, I have just do a single damage boost bit myself, to be honest, but I can understand that you probably do need to do the double one for stuff there. But the dry bones is terrifying at the top of that, so I don't want to do a double damage boost there because I'm just going to get hit by him instead.
As long as you run off the platform as soon as you can, you're fine. You'll
if
always
it's not
beat
him, it's a random roto disc that's going the wrong direction. So, oh wow!
What a 3-7. Put the player to sleep, and if you blinked, you missed World 7.
Yeah. Not gonna lie, this also feels like... Yeah, excellent P-Speed through there. Not gonna lie, this also feels like a 50-50 hallmark for me at the moment, because like half my World 7s are the worst thing you've ever seen, the other half are exactly this. So, you know, got the good end of it today.
And a one-hit Ludwig just to finish it off. So, chat, the time has come. We through 7 into World 8, so how many bridges is it gonna be?
Wow, that is the second time this seed that Diesel's had to like really be careful around the like single tile stuff on pipes there. Great footwork.
Yeah, good toe taps. We got calls for 4, 0. I gotta say 1.
I did have a free bridger recently, so it is possible.
Alright, so we open up World 8 with 4F2.
I think this one is
don't stand there that
one.
long.
Yeah, this is one I openly do need to learn P-Speed stuff for, I think. I've got a good rhythm for everything else, but I think P-Speeding this one just looks so cool that I really do want to like learn this one myself.
How's your RNG luck?
Yeah, that's the thing. See, the fun thing is, like, you see there was a dry bones on as the second enemy of the bit there. I have, from the very start of playing this, I've had a jump where it's like, if you jump as soon as you land on that, you can bounce off that dry bones and get up the top anyway, no matter what. It's like, it looks really, really cool, but it's not actually that difficult. Oh, well, there's my free bridge hang on, because there's two of them already out, so...
Yeah. SDiezal making his way
and there's
into
the third, so it could be your one. Oh, getting hit by the Buzzy there. Making his way through pretty good now. Right up into... How many pods do you need there, please?
He was just saying, just tank through it. Let's get out of here.
Yeah. 6F3, not doing the hop over the Thwomp. I do not blame you in the slightest. It's very try-hardest to do that, but still.
And I think that is probably the hardest clip in the game, at least for me.
Yeah, I could definitely see it.
I've gotten it. The only time I've ever gotten it was with Macobra's somersault patch.
Oh, yeah.
I have no idea how I got it, but I somersaulted into it and clipped into the floor. It's the only time I've ever done it. Practice or anything.
Yeah, that definitely sounds about right. Like, I seem to clip a lot easier into things when I have the star in airships and whatnot. So.
All right, and Pleco finds the real tank. Real tank is super tanks.
Doing a much better job than I did yesterday with this one.
Game's hard.
I got clipped into the cannon, like the thing. That was a bit of me. I got like pixel clipped at the edge of the cannon or something, and ended up having to wait for them to shoot. Then in game 2, there were phantom cannon shots on me that also made me wait at the same bit. It was just like, what's going on here?
Yeah, you love when they scroll around, eh?
Uh-huh.
SDiezal gonna look around before he plays that fort. Gonna get the news it is required, so at least it's only one extra pipe transition.
Yeah, it's not unreasonable to just want to know where you're going first. Gotta love these free pipe Monties to start off the world as well there.
Yeah. And I think Pleco's played 3...
Yeah, 3 forts so far, yeah.
And so there's a lock there, so...
I'm pretty sure we've got to go over to that other side, though. Every other pipe, I think, has been checked at this point, so it's kind of there by default. Fantastic P-Speed stuff throughout 5.8 here. Just about getting caught by the landing spiny egg, but...
Yeah, use the little micro Goomba, the pile driver, as a little bounce back, though.
That's probably my least favorite stage when you go in with a tail, because you can't do the P-Speed strats, and it's like, I never get through it without taking a hit at that point. It's so annoying.
Alright, and the last fort we'll see for this game is 4F1.
Yo, getting through! The Crazy Foot says otherwise, but still getting through with the P-Speed there. Great stuff to see.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't have waited around for the tail since you're going into Bowser's Castle after this, but...
I don't know, I can understand, just in case panic, like if you get hit on the other bits, like suddenly Boom Boom can become a little bit scarier if you're down that small and you're feeling the pressure of being at the end of the seed here, right?
Alright, SDiezal just gonna join Pleco here, and
there was nothing.
Tail,
she
what do we
used a
got?
fire flower earlier. Okay. Alright, in my defense, whilst there was nothing there, we did have to do, like, basically every fort to get there. So, you know, probably not every fort, but, like, realistically, you're not gonna check that pipe before you do most of the other stuff. So,
yeah, having to play the level in Navy Tile to get to that pipe is gonna be one of the last things you do. Unless you're feeling behind, you're feeling a little gambly. You know, you could decide to go that way.
Not checking the bottom for the fire flower there either, just going straight for it. I mean, I did that yesterday in the third game as well, so I can totally understand.
Yeah, getting the little single tile duck fly. The fireballs will not come that high. They will always be one below that.
Just gotta make sure you don't accidentally clip at the statue at the top, right?
I mean, then you're just going to go through the bottom path too. Little DLC.
You know, that's reasonable. And this is cool because the fireballs that Bowser shoots can't quite get to the top of the door bit there, so that's a cool little way of getting around the potential RNG. Woohoo! Nice movement.
Yeah, his fireballs can only go as high as his head. They can go lower, but they can only go as high as his head. So.
Oh, we're gonna see it. Yo, Diesel is taking that chance. Okay.
All right, so he will have a much quicker way through, but let's get our GGs in chat for Pleco. She's gonna finish up with an official race time of 34:53. GG's really, really well done. C, just the one death in 6. Whatever that is, 6, 2, 3?
3 or 4, right? The
That's split path. Yeah.
I want to say it's 4 because I think 3 is the one that's got the fire enemies at the start, right? As it always has in Rando. It's got like the little diamond moving platform thing. I always get
then it's 2 because 4 is the spinners.
2 is the cloud one. So okay, if 4 is the spinners, then it was 6-3 because yeah, it's one of those two. Because 6-2 is the auto-scrolling cloud thing. Because you always go away from that path. Who wants to play an auto-scroller, right?
In vanilla, you hammer the rock and skip all those options. Okay, so something else was required.
Yeah, I just spotted that as we went through. Is that I think it was hoping that the fort there was going to break the lock in front of that pipe.
So he's got a choice here. No, the tank is super tanks. I don't think we know which one broke that lock though.
No, because this is the whole see a fort, play a fort type situation that Pleco has been drilling for quite a while now because she's been getting messed up a lot for gambling on that type of thing. And yeah, so she's been telling me it's like I'm just gonna go for it, see a fort, play a fort sort of thing with it, and just go from there type of stuff for the main strat. And definitely worked out here.
And I think Diesel, chose the fort because he knew for sure it was going to be a fort. The tank still has that 50-50 for him. Yep. You can't get any information from entering the fort tile. Okay, so it was super tanks that did it.
So now we're just trying to find a pipe in another way because it's like we've done quite a lot of the stages here, right? So
yeah, so he's got to play the tank in the bottom right. It is the real tank. So super tanks opened up the way. You got to play the tank, Diesel.
Shoutouts to having the cloud in inventory here as well.
Only if he slaps it on for Bowser's Castle. You got to wear it as a badge of honor.
I mean, he could do what I did yesterday with it and fat finger it trying to get to a P-wing and something for the fort and end up just wasting it when it would have been useful in World 8 too. That's always the worst. It's like when you actually do find that, oh, you had to go through a level tile and it's just, yeah, oops.
Yeah, so I think Diesel's seen every...
Yeah, at this point you should have seen every level, or pipe even, for the stuff.
Yeah.
So we're just... Yeah, you do this one, or you check this first because it's right there, rather than doing a level beforehand. Worst case scenario, you take the intentional death and move on to the other tile at the top. So...
Yeah, I'm sure he's seen every other set of pipes, so I think he'll know that this opens his way through the hand bridge, so.
At least they were relatively spread out within this one, and not like every single dark tile was a pipe, you know? So that was fun. Like you'd be able to actually get more of your bearings as you go through here as well. Yeah, now it's opened up, so we know that is the way.
And I didn't see if he had anything in his inventory other than P-Wings.
Uh, yeah, I'm not sure if he kept the Fire Flower from the start.
Yeah, during Swiss,
No.
during Swiss, I was always a big proponent of. Oh, we're gonna get frog strats. You love it.
Let's go.
I'd use the fire flower like almost right away. First hammer bros and things, because I just figure that amount of time that I can save early, it's not worth holding on to it, and I'll probably get something else.
Yeah, that's totally fair. My strat was I'd instant use the mushroom before I even go into the first level, and I'd just get whatever power up is usually in the first stage there, right? And so like I wouldn't get a fire flower every time, obviously, but I'd often end up getting at least the second tier power up within the first stage that way. So that then let me. Oh no, there it goes. That ended up letting me save the fire flower for later on, just in case nothing else came up.
Yeah, you haven't played enough Tozzle Seeds then, because you slap that mushroom on and you'd only get stars for the next 3 worlds.
Well, you know what? Even in that case, I would still have the safety power up to start with, so I'd still be fine with that.
Okay, gotta be a little bit careful here.
Yeah, big ouch at the start of that one. Bowser not exactly playing nice with the initial volley there.
Yeah, fixed hitboxes means Bowser's no longer a pushover. You do have to play a little game of cat and mouse with him.
Yeah, especially when he does the mid-air fireball stuff, that can be really difficult to navigate around.
Alright, one more hop here.
Yeah, so this is game 1 of best of 3 for this up here. There will be more games going on later on for the main brackets, but yeah, we definitely have at least one more round of this one to do. If Diesel can win the next one, then we'll have 3 games total.
Yep, and then we have, I think there's 3 more matches tonight. But let's get our GGs in chat for SDiezal, finishing with an official race time of 41:24.
Very well played.
Alright, so we will pop out, get our runner set up for game 2 here. So now is a great time to take a quick break, get up and stretch, walk away for a minute, and then we'll be back here with game 2 in just a moment.
Hello again, and welcome to the second game of our Challenge Cup between Pleco and SDiezal. Pleco takes the first game, and if she wins this one, we'll win the match and move on to the top 8. But if SDiezal wins this one, we get to a game 3, and as much as we want to see people proceed, we do like to see more Mario, so we'll just have to see how this one goes.
Always rooting for a game 3.
Exactly.
Love game 3s. Yeah, Pleco had a very good run. Both runners had a very good run through that. Diesel said, yeah, no intentional deaths. Pleco had one super early in a World 6 level. So very good runs from both of our runners. But we are going to get underway here in just a second, and we start in 7. So reverse world order hype.
Ooh, free 9 start too. This one can be nasty. Luckily, the early enemy set didn't seem to be too bad here, as both P-speeding very nicely through the first part.
Yeah, Chance had 2 power-ups too. Diesel gets Paragoomba trying to get into the mushroom there.
And the Paragoomba taking the power-up from Pleco here, but the second mushroom is really good to see at the very least. Little H does provide today.
Alright, take a block with you for safety.
Probably wanted to take a fresh block with you, but oh good lord, okay. I think she waited too long at the top, that was the problem there. Diesel might end up in the same spot here.
One ahead, there we go.
Whoa, good movement.
Yeah, one movement earlier. Just enough.
Yeah. So we're on Pleco's side, the blooper had already been able to move its entire swim path, whereas for Diesel it was slightly earlier in that, so he was able to anticipate it. Great reaction though.
Alright, so...
So in brackets I might have actually taken that Toad House just because we don't start with items, but since they do, I definitely don't need to take that one.
Well, we do have another forced level path, so Diesel's going to get the bad news that he did pick right the first time, but I mean, I would go back and check the other pipe as well.
Yeah, to be fair, like he went for the pipe that was closer to him to start with, so I can completely understand like not wanting to go down that level yet. I still have a pipe to check after all, so I would have
he's
done
getting a
exactly
bit confused here because he's going to end up back at start. But...
Yeah, this was something he had a bit of trouble with in the first seed as well, was making sure exactly where we were going.
My rating is terrible in 7, so I can't say anything.
There we go. Actually,
right,
I got it the wrong way round. He went for the furthest away one first, but okay.
Alright, so no fort required. Pleco's going to check this one, just see if it skips that level. It doesn't, so...
Yeah, that's fair. I did the same thing yesterday, to be fair, trying to skip one of the stages to see. It's just a quick pipe check. It's not that bad to thing in. It's what, like, maybe 10 seconds at most or something if you just go straight back in. So...
Yeah, and I mean, we all know that this last pipe is going to be the room with a view, because...
Oh, yeah.
They can't make it that free.
This is dangerous, but there's no boss pass, so thankfully no skyfish to nom you out of the sky there.
Alright, Diesel's going to try the same thing.
Gets a different level there, I think.
Nope.
Not quite. No, he's double checking, just being like, okay, wait, was there an extra one that I could have gone into? No, okay.
No,
yeah, so...
And 5-4, pretty reasonable level here to get through pretty quick, so...
So it's interesting that we didn't really have to do the fort here. Usually the logic is like if you're able to get around a required fort, or like there's usually at least one required per world, but if you're able to get around it, it's because you've had to basically take a penalty of 2 free stages to bypass it. That didn't really happen here, to be honest. We did have a couple of forced draws, but it's only really one level that was required where that lock was. So.
Actually, so I wonder if that pipe is behind that lock on the 7-2 island.
I would imagine it would be, to be honest.
Yeah, maybe. Still wouldn't make sense to do it. Pleco could have gone for the fun wand grab, but making it out just a hair under 4 minutes out of World 1, so I mean...
Considering it's 7, that's a pretty respectable time, to be honest.
Yeah. So I think we gotta root for World 6 next, right?
Yeah, that'd be good.
Reverse until it isn't.
I know Jade always likes to see World 3 before you get the double hammer available, right? So...
We got calls for 4, 2.
It's 2, okay. Oh, this is a curious one then, because we know... Oh, especially with this. Okay. What do you do here?
Oh, well, you don't
Not
do that.
Although, okay, so now the interesting thing is, do we equip that? Yeah, that's what I was thinking she might do, is equip the tail with it here. This is a very interesting one.
So I don't take this item.
Yeah.
And I also play the other fort straight away. Because I don't want to come back through the transition and, 12 map movements or whatever it's going to end up being.
That pipe there, though, it's interesting. Yeah, I would play the other fort for sure. I'm not sure if I had the opportunity to. I'm not sure if I would take it here or not. There's a very good chance that lock is behind the warp whistle section, so it's like totally fine. But also there's a chance that that pipe just bypasses this lock anyway. It's a very interesting decision to see here. We'll see what matters off of it, because Pleco has opted to take the item here, which means the lock associated with that fort will not have gone away, which is a little bit early on the movement here. It's fine. And
SDiezal didn't. SDiezal will opt to play it out in its entirety, so we will get to see where the lock is/was.
Critically, he has not played 6F3 here as well, which, yeah, fantastic job by Pleco there, by the way. I didn't even need to mention that going through. Yeah, critically, he hasn't done that one, so we're going to see a different lock on both sides, potentially, depending on where stuff ends up. SDiezal might end up worse off for it, because if the other fort is like a guaranteed, it's really interesting, because it's not guaranteed to be in the way, because the one fort was on the progression path, right? So
yeah,
you had to do a fort to advance. It's really interesting, this.
The two locks could be sort of split paths. 6F3 could be right in front of the castle, and one fort, could have just been on one of the split paths or back in the warp whistle section. Who knows? But 4-3 for SDiezal here.
Doing a pretty good job with this so far.
And once we get a look at the other side, we'll be able to say who has a lead right now.
Yeah. I think the fun thing is, I'm pretty sure neither of these route options are invalid right now, right? As in, when you're sort of thinking through it, there's no one objectively correct way to look at this particular world. Like, from the starting position, so...
Yeah, it's not right or wrong until it's proven.
Yes! It's Schrodinger's force right now. And as it turns out, SDiezal's going to get away with it, because you do not need to go up the top bit that way. You wouldn't even save a level for doing so, right? So...
Nope. So that's the 6F3 lock, and then on Pleco's side, we'll be able to see...
If we find the 1F lock, it depends if it's even in this screen. And it is, it's down the bottom. Both of them are fine. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So, let's switch this over. SDiezal has a slight lead now. Finds 7-7 going the bottom path.
What I do want to mention, though, is that the wrong choice here is taking the item and not playing the fort at the bottom, right? That's the one way that genuinely is incorrect here, because that wouldn't break either lock, and you have to break at least one of them to get through.
And I would have been double wrong, because I would have done both.
Yeah. But you never know, right? Yeah, so I think my instinct would have been to not take the item, but not play the other fort as well, because of the fort being on the beaten path here. Ooh, this is not a fun one to see for SDiezal though he does have a fire flower going in. Pleco had a bit of trouble in 4-4 there as well, just getting hit several times going through, unfortunately.
Yeah, and just to answer a question in chat, race 1, Pleco took race 1. Both runners had a really nice clean run through, but SDiezal had to play out 7-1 and 7-6 the intended ways, so that set him back a couple minutes there. And here, I mean, we're tight. We are half a level apart, so...
both of them having fire flowers coming in because Pleco has used her starting one. Just gonna tank the hits through here. Yeah, as SDiezal is effectively doing the same at the end of it. They're not going for the optional item pathway as well because you already had fire flower, so respect that.
I'd still take it just to despawn.
Yeah, Spooky's seeing the boss pass there, but I haven't actually timed this sort of thing at all, though, as to how much like faster or slower it is, even if you don't take the item that is going through. I haven't really timed anything that way yet, so I don't really know which way is actually faster, like on average.
Yeah, and Morton gonna reside here on the World 5 airship.
The big boys exchanging their ships here, it seems. That's fair enough.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Quite a
nice
lot.
fire kill.
Done, yeah.
Really nice fire kill there. Alright, so 10:05 wand grab. One more fireball? Okay, doesn't matter.
4 hits, yeah.
And of course I missed the wand grab. I'm gonna say it was like 12 or 13 seconds difference. So
it's okay. Good. What I usually, if I was ever doing split stuff with it, what I would do is on like the start of the next world, so we could still see it from that as well, right? So, oh, cloud off of that. So, like 10:37, getting past the peach card there. What a weird world layout. This is terrible.
They have to go all the way around.
Yep.
To...
Do not break locks.
Yeah.
So 14 seconds is the difference here.
That's awesome. Did Pleco get the hammer from the bro?
I don't actually know, I will admit. I did not see enough of Pleco's side when going through. I think I was too focused on SDiezal going through 7-8 at that point, so
I think so.
Would have to see.
I'm sure someone in chat caught it for us.
Yeah, because if not, that's going to be a 2-level difference coming at the bottom here.
Yeah, and we know it's not 1 fort because we've already seen it, so it's going to be something longer than that.
The 4-6 is on fire.
Pleco got the hammer. Thank you, chat.
No, don't go underneath. This one's really hard to do fast because of that midsection.
Yeah, this is one of the ones that really doesn't play out vanilla-like.
Yeah, I always feel like I'm super slow here, and then I remember, but how are you going to do this faster without taking hits? Because the enemies just do not work, right? Pleco's made the entire combat with it here, though, and that was only a 14-second difference, but that has been entirely made up here, and then some, because she's taken fewer hits.
Yep, didn't stop for the power-up. It's going to get a little boo on the feet there, though. Way to jinx her there,
I was about to say. Oh, it gets the amazing jump there, though. I really like that one. It's pretty consistent being able to do like the duck jump onto the boom boom there, but it just looks so impressive for like very little effort. Super flashy strat. So
yeah, you just got to delay ever so slightly once you get control.
Yeah.
All right, there's the hammer.
Oh,
SDiezal's
forgotten.
Did he forget? Oh, and it's 8 fort. Oh.
No! Oh, it's a really bad hit to take at start here as well.
Longest fort in the game. That's unfortunate.
That's a cloud for the Hammerbro here.
Yeah, and it looked like the Peach Letter gave a cloud from...
Whoa, nice jump! Probably ended up being like slightly worse for him in the end, in the long run, but like still getting in between the two Potterbows there, that's really cool.
Yeah, I wonder if SDiezal forgot about that rock, because that is not vanilla behavior. It's only been added into the randomizer. Maybe 6 months now, if that long.
And it certainly he would not be the first person who's forgotten about that in these races. Right from the very start of the tournament, people have forgotten about it. So
yeah, it's just an unfortunate spot, especially being longest fort you can get.
Yeah. I think I had it drilled into me so much before the tournament started, just because it's like, world is free because it's breakable, right? So, 0 levels done in this world because you can break the thingy there. So it's just like mentally remind yourself you have to be able, you have to double check whether it's good to break that one.
We did have multiple Twitch clippable World 1s in the Swiss round, so.
Yeah.
Sub-minute worlds, you love it.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, World 4 is being played by World 4. And, well...
Yep, here's where the clouds are useful for stuff. Oh, this is an annoying one to hit after clouding twice, though, because you've got to be really careful through this now. It's very easy just to do something like that and end up with like a crazy foot underneath, so you've still got to take, well, not have to take, but you feel like you have to take damage there, and then it's just like, now I'm small, having to wait for everything, and it's encroaching all around, and well picked up though.
Yeah, nice bro kill there for Pleco.
SDiezal unfortunately getting jumped out immediately, and Larry did indeed have the high ground, so was not able to keep the fire flower there. Just take the hit, yeah, fair enough. I always like the tail during this stage, because apart from just floating to the cloud, it just feels more consistent being able to float between further gaps than you would normally jump from.
Yeah, being able to get up to that, the cloud is nice for that middle section.
It like saves you having to land on the pipe in the middle bit as well. There's usually like an annoying piranha plant type enemy there, so whether it's the giant one or the fire-based one.
Alright, we will have to play the other fort, since we are still missing a bridge. Let's see what Pleco skipped.
Okay, 6-8. That can be a pretty nasty one.
Hey, yeah, but it's a pretty quick level and no fire, so, you know, not a whole bunch of lag to deal with.
I had a 6-8 that had like 6 fire nippers in a row once. That was just ridiculous.
Yeah, and then you run at 2 frames per minute.
Yeah. Nice stable work through our Air Force here. With the tail, just making sure nothing goes wrong. Oh, no!
Cloud it. SDiezal, take the death and cloud it.
Come
You've
on,
got 2
please.
clouds. You've got 2 clouds.
No! Buddy!
Oh, SDiezal.
This is this is sunk cost fallacy in a way, right? Like, he might not even be thinking about it of using the cloud with it here, but this is sunk cost fallacy going, well, I have a fire flower, I don't want to lose the fire flower for it, but this is one of the exceptions. You definitely take the intentional death here.
Yeah, it's about a minute 30 level.
Yeah.
There's no power up I could have that would make me not cloud this if I had the opportunity. All right, heavy Iggy. 3, 4. Oh, all 5.
Full 5. Unfortunately, not able to get to the corner first, so this isn't going to work out. But that's fine.
Yeah, you got to be able to do the run right after the hit to be able to have the time to get up.
Which almost always means to actually get the PSP to line up properly, you have to already be in the corner at the start of the final hit to make it work. So, like, even if you're just off the edge, it's usually not enough because you won't have enough P meter built up. Like, you don't have enough running time.
So I think I know what happened. I think he forgot he had clouds because he just opened his inventory right after getting through to take a check, and then sees the 2 sitting there at the end.
Oh, hey, here's one we didn't see the first game. Ooh, nice hit. Tail Jutsu is on point here. Oh, there's fire plants in this, of course there is.
Oh, SDiezal, it's not worth it now.
This is what I mean. So, what is happening? Well
maybe?
done, Pleco. No. Oh no! SDiezal.
How did that hitbox not work?
Ah.
It still looked like he was on top of him. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, that's the tough bit. And now using the fire flower from the beginning as well. So 5-3 as well. 8-1 into 5-3. What a start here.
All right, so if you're on team SDiezal, you really want the next one to be like 5-9 so that he can play through 8-1 and then cloud 5-3 and 5-9.
These giant enemies of input eating are definitely causing Pleco a lot of trouble right now. The thing that kind of gets us... Oh, he's cloud... Oh, that is an unfortunate waste of a cloud there. As Pleco taking a death in 5-3. Okay, so one cloud is perfectly fine there, but the pipe needed to be taken instead of clouding the second level there.
Yeah.
5-3 is one of those levels that really can just get you. It's usually because of Paragoombas, admittedly, but this one really can just be a big problem. And here it literally is a big problem, because these guys are going to be loaded on both top and bottom, so like there's lag spikes and stuff that happen here as well.
Yeah, this level can become a pretty big lag fest there. Alright, SDiezal through Air Force.
The only good thing I can say about this layout this time, without having Paragoombas or Fire Chomps or anything like that in, is that you don't get interaction between the two layers here. Because Fire Chomps will come from the top of the screen down below, Fire Snakes will jump at you from the top to the bottom sort of thing, so like, there was none of that, thankfully.
Pleco continuing the the fireworks for the fans.
Yeah. 4-2. Alright.
The one level you can see double boss bass, and we don't get to see double boss bass.
Making a much better job of it than I did yesterday, which is definitely good.
Alright, nice fire kill for SDiezal there.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be about 4 or 5 levels behind at this point, unfortunately.
Yeah, and we
Flying
know
through Atlantis and then wasting a cloud.
And we know there's two very tough ones coming up as well. Regular tanks over here, so this will have an item at the end of it. P-speed strats are unbelievably difficult here, to be honest. Like, it doesn't even save time unless you get the full thing, and it's so hard to try and do. Not worth it, really.
Yeah, it looks swaggy, but I'm more than happy to just cleanly jump through.
Yeah. I think I mentioned it to you before. It's like I tried to learn it again for a bit. I now remember why I stopped trying to learn this. You know?
Yeah, the jumps definitely aren't super intuitive.
No.
Just go.
Can't
go
get
SDiezal.
that one. SDiezal, no.
Not worth it.
Oh, this is a weird setup for World 3. So, do we have to play that for?
So I think it's, yeah, so double hammer would have made this world free.
How did SDiezal not get hit there? What? Oh, this is not good now.
Yeah, that's... Oh. Little parkour through the bullet bills. You know, no big deal. And here, this level shows off just how long it takes the sun to come through. So it's about half a level start. It's about 4 full screen transitions.
If you come in with a tail, this one is like guaranteed that you can do the fly up at the side at the start. Whereas for the faster sun starts that we've been seeing in the group stages, wait, SDiezal has 2 hammers.
Oh, he does have double hammers.
Oh,
just go to the pipe. Go to the pipe. This is a huge catch up.
Whoa, okay. And the 539, aka what, 5-3 beta, I guess. It has elements of 5-3 and 3-9, so that's why I just call it the 2. Yeah, just straight in. Fantastic.
Yeah, freebie with double hammer. That was huge for SDiezal. So we do know that this will break the lock needed to get to it, because the other fort is behind the lock as well.
Yeah.
So, Pleco, another mushroom fanfare there.
Ooh, earthquakes on the Wendy. One thing I really do like about the World 6 airship in general is because Lemmy is usually risen above everybody else as far as the spawning position goes. So you get to see them drop instantly, and you will know whether it's an earthquake fight from the beginning, which is really helpful.
Yeah, and I didn't learn that until I heard you say it one day.
Yeah,
Something
it's like,
I
oh
never,
yeah, that does
never
look
paid
that way.
attention to it.
It's really good because you never get hit by the earthquake initially either, because you're up in the sky. So it's like you can immediately adjust the way that you play based on whether or not you see it, right? So that was a hammer suit, I think, coming from that. It's very quick on screen, but I'm pretty sure that was the silhouette of a hammer suit. Ooh, tail jutsu not quite on point for Diesel there. We got the innermost. This is the I wish I had a tail hammer bro there, because you can sometimes bop them with it, but...
Or you go in with a star and you just stand above him and eat all of his hammers and laugh at him.
That's the funniest way of doing it. Well, making our way through 3-4 here, pretty reasonable. Without needing to give up the power up. P-speed strats look really cool there, but sometimes it's best just to play it consistently.
Or accidentally take the hit and then do P-speed strats to try and make it look like you always meant to do that.
Wait, I meant to do that. Yeah. Oh,
ooh, nice first class for Pleco.
Beautiful.
Alright, so it was about 24-12 when Diesel regained control.
That was dangerous,
entering into World
Pleco.
5, or World 6.
So yeah, really good turnaround here for now. Just a straight shot as well to the finish of this world. We did do our did we do our mandatory for this? We did, right? So oh no, it's up there. Maybe we didn't. Doesn't matter. The point is, it's not really going to be an issue. Oh, yeah, okay. I think I see what's going on.
I think it was just 5 levels total. Yeah. 2 on the ground to the pipe, and then 3 on the top. So.
Oh
so
yeah, because
this is the one-forwarder.
Right, so the logic here is that if you were able to do the 4, that would make the bridge available already, so you'd be able to take the quote-unquote pipe transition that is the Spiral Tower, and that would be your 2 levels saved. I know obviously Spiral Tower is a level in its own right, but it is technically a pipe as far as the logic goes.
Yep, it's just a pipe transition. Just a very long, elaborate pipe transition. Ooh, Diesel getting bopped by the...
That is exactly why I hate this stage.
You just gotta jump. Always jump at the end. Oh, in a marathon for Pleco.
Oh no. Yeah, that's totally fine. It's like, because the enemy spawns are dependent on where the auto-scroll, on the background is at the time, sometimes you'll have if you're just running straight, you'll have enemies appear right at the bottom. Sometimes they'll be at the very top of the screen. And depending on what type of enemy it is, it could be drop like a rock, or it could be fall gently to the ground like a little fire snake would. And what's going to happen? Who knows?
The third to last enemy, regardless of what it is, you can get under it, but you have to know when to duck. All the other ones, doesn't really matter where they spawn. It's either always a jump over or always a...
even if it's a micro Goomba, because they drop faster than regular stuff does.
So that would be that third from the last one. So the very first one you always jump over. The next one is the potential to have to sort of last second duck under. The second to last one you can always just run under, and then the very last one you always jump over.
Fair enough. Meanwhile, great P-speed strats on the 7 airship for Diesel, and Pleco not really having too much of an issue through 2-4 there either, so good stuff.
And just a one-hitter Roy at the end there.
Yeah. Well, you know what they always say with that, but oh, yeah.
Roy just wanted to go grab some snacks. I like snacks. Alright, so we are headed into World 6 as our finale here. I'm pretty sure. 90% sure. Yeah, look at that.
Indeed. So, see a fort, play a fort immediately with that. Uh-oh. Fire plant set.
Oh, get out of the
quicksand here.
SDiezal's SDiezal's ISP didn't like the start of this level either, so decided to just slow it down a touch more.
Yeah, I know. The one thing about seeing a fire plant at the start, it's like seeing a giant enemy at the start as well, is you don't have to worry about boss bass coming in halfway through the level. So there's at least that going for you. Ooh, 7F1, okay.
Yeah, when boss bass spawns on the, like the first enemy on the long runway, that one always catches me off guard.
Yeah, as a sort of fun thing, I believe there was a period in time. This is a really nice background, by the way. There was a period in time when boss bass effectively, I think with maybe one level of exception, it couldn't really spawn beyond the first enemy in the stage. It was very weird to sort of think on, but like most of the time you would never see, other than 4-6, you would never see a boss bass appear outside of the first enemy. That got changed at some point, probably for the better. Let's be real, because it's more entertaining when you see him just like dive at you from later on. But
yeah, most of the time he still spawns as a first enemy, but
yeah,
there are a few levels where it doesn't happen. So, all right, Pleco gonna also join here in World 6 now, and I mean we're gonna have ourselves a race into 8 here.
Yep, and she is doing the fort. Oh, it's 7F2 though, but she's doing the fort that has not been done by SDiezal here. The beta, 7.3 beta. Pretty fun one, to be honest. Probably one of the better beta stages overall.
Yeah, and I think this is our 3-forter, right? I think I saw 3 there.
Yeah, I would think so.
Oh no, because 3 was a 3-forter. 3 was the 3-forter, so this has to be 2.
Okay. I will admit I do not have Pro's foresight, if you will, of doing like the map tracker and stuff as you go. So.
Wait a minute. Okay, now I'm really confused because this is 3 forts. So Danny has always said that you can have more than one 3-forter, and I've never believed it. Was 3 actually 3 forts?
Yeah, or were we just imagining it to begin with? I will admit I have not really been looking at fort counts in any of the worlds, to be fair, so I'm not one to help here, I'm afraid.
Yeah, I might have to go back and play this one to double check. Or actually, I guess I don't have to do that. I just have to watch back the VOD after.
Oh, yeah, because this definitely is 3 forts, because
Yeah,
it's 7F1,
this one-
7F2 at the start, yeah, so...
This 100% is 3 forts, yeah. But now it's just making me question World 3.
Yeah. No,
There's that same
it.
cloud for Pleco. Yeah, and unfortunately 7F2 was not required.
It is a shame, but it's one of those that you see it there and you almost definitely... If you've been paying more attention in terms of seed stuff than we have, it's like you'd probably go, well, the 3-forter is still in play, so, you know...
And it's such a long way back.
Ooh. Ouch.
So SDiezal is going to play this one first, which will be the answer for him.
Yeah.
But if that was, if this wasn't the answer and you have to travel all the way back to start, it just feels so bad doing all of those screen transitions.
Just like phase through that fireball there. What the heck? I know it was because the fireball was shot just early enough that he didn't land on it, but it looked as if he just went straight through it. That was crazy.
80s video games, man. 80s video games.
Meanwhile, statue strats going on for Pleco there during the thing. I think she might already feel like she's behind because of the World 3 stuff, and then it's just, I don't know. I mean, obviously she's still trying her best with the stuff out here. That's not what I want to imply at all, just looking at... Maybe she's just having a bit more fun with this, so she's ahead of game as well, so she's probably feeling like reasonably good there too, so... It's a minor time sink that's serving, but the cloud is going to get used here, so... Respectable.
Alright, Diesel gets the good news, so...
Yep.
Pleco, you could have just walked it back. Pleco.
That actually matters too, because now she needs to play the bird.
Yeah. Yeah, she would have gotten away with them being asleep for one more.
If it wasn't for those meddling hammer bears.
Well, there's a hammer.
Yeah, a little bit late. Yeah.
Yeah, so Diesel still has about 3 levels.
Yeah,
Probably about
Diesel's...
a minute and a half to 2 minutes ahead still.
Diesel had
heading
a very
into
good
World
run
8.
through that world. Yeah, very good run through that world in comparison. So didn't have to do 7F2. Had a better look at the second part here as well.
Yep. So Chad, how many
almost.
bridges in World 8? And thank you for telling me I was crazy. In World 3 was only 2 forts. So DLP is still wrong that you can have more than one free fort. No bids, no dids.
Never let him live it down, eh?
No. He said it's possible. I said I just need to see it once to believe it. Just like he didn't believe you could get crushed at the end of Atlantis. Which True Mario proved in Swiss is factual.
I had a funny thing like this before as well, because I know it's true because of it being proved later on. But I had a four bridger in like one of my practice seeds for like 2019 or 2020. I didn't know it was anything special at the time, so I didn't even like think about taking a picture of it or anything. And everybody was like, "No, it can never happen with this stuff, right?" It was just like, did I just imagine? Oh, this could be good. It's like, did I just imagine it or something? It's like, now I've been told that no, it's actually happened in actual Tony stuff. So like, I was right after all, 4 years after the fact.
I think we've seen 4 once where 4 is required, and then we've seen 2 sort of 3-1s where 1's on the other side of a pipe. But I mean, that's 3 4 bridgers in my book.
Yes.
I don't care if it's required or not. It's on the final screen. It is 100% 4 bridgers. Is it free?
Oh, let's go!
It is free. What a free 8. So
Who's
barring
the cloud?
any,
No.
I told him.
I
told him in the last one.
You told him to. You did. I saw you do it as well. You told him to. Oh, Pleco doesn't have because you used the cloud more aggressively earlier. Doesn't actually have one for the end here.
I think the last cloud actually came from the ladder.
Oh, from the letter.
Because I think it was the last item in his inventory, so I think it came from the Peaks letter.
Right.
So there was no spot to use it except for as swag for Bowser's Castle.
Fair enough. Pleco obviously did use the cloud earlier in this world, so she doesn't have the one for the final level here, but Diesel did. But yeah. Couple of tries at the skip here, didn't quite get through. It's not really worth persisting, to be honest. It takes just as much time, if not more, to actually clip through on an average run here, so nice and easy. Getting through, fire the hammers, space them out slightly so that you can do it quicker, because they'll overlap and this won't, fun stuff will happen. So
alright, let's get our GGs in chat for SDiezal, finishing with an official race time. $37.16.
okay, so not only did he not wear the cloud to go in the thing, but he also didn't put his hammers in time to the music at the end. Do it again. It's only me that does that, to be fair. It's just,
We're gonna get our game 3.
We are,
I love game 3. Pleco's gonna come into 8, find out that it is a 100% free world.
So long as you don't get distracted by one of the other pipes in this free pipe opening, yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Because that's very easy to happen here. So if you go into the wrong pipe to start with and you don't get to the end immediately, there is very high potential you just get distracted going through the rest of the world here. That's one of my sort of least favorite openings, if you have 3 or 4 pipes on the opening screen, just because it's like, well, do I go back and check what the other ones do first? Do I try and make progress in the screen I found myself in? If they don't, if the first one you find doesn't connect to the next one, it's very annoying. But she has managed to take the right 50-50 here. Does not get distracted through, and will find this was a very easy World 8 here. So it seems
this is about as nice of World 8 as you can you can
Yep.
ask for.
The only thing it could have been better is if we didn't even have to do this one in the first place, which is something I have actually had happen before, where it's like you do one foot, you go into the pipe, and then there's nothing in the way, and it's like, that has actually come up, but very unlikely, obviously.
Alright,
So,
strapping
yeah.
on the hammer. There it
Hey!
is! Look at the cloud for Bowser.
It's
Love
a very
to
shiny
see it.
cloud too, because the star is being used as well. Ultimate helpfulness. So yeah, your seat seems to have given them more trouble than mine in the end with that. The times have definitely been, on average, a bit longer here.
Well, that means who gets to do game 3?
Ooh, very good question. See, yesterday it was SDiezal that did it, as I think, because Krista did one, Proa did one, and then SDiezal did one. But I don't know. Jade will.
Go for it.
I mean, I have no objections.
I'm all for it. Room's open. You know where to find it.
Hey, Pleco getting the clip there. I find that one's like disgustingly difficult for some reason to get without P-Speed. I don't know why. It's probably just me. I don't really have like a visual thing for it, but good mods and annoying.
Yeah, I can't remember exactly, but I think it's like a 1 in 8 shot without P-Speed and a 1 in 3 with P-Speed. Just so for how many sub-pixels work. But Pleco is going to finish up here with an official time. .40.24.
Yeah. Again, still very respectable time on the stuff here. Anything at or around 40 minutes is still really good for these sorts of seeds. Because keep in mind, you cannot use hammers to break locks anymore, so there's no free worlds in that aspect. So you got to play more than you used to.
Yeah, these are good times when when inventory helps, a little bit, but definitely typically means more levels are played. But all right, so let's pop on out. We'll get our racers set up for game 3 here, and we will be back momentarily.
And welcome back to the all-important Game 3 between Pleco and SDiezal here. So, as it turns out, not using the hammer in World 1 was the play, because we got to double hammer in World 3, and that was a massive shift in stuff. That was over 5 levels for that, right? So, huge shift in momentum there. And
Oh, yeah.
yeah, these two seem to be pretty evenly matched in that aspect. Let's see how the third game goes. With our lovely Angelic Jade rolling the seed, we'll see how devilish this one gets.
I just want to see 7-5. We haven't seen it in the first 2 games. Let's see ourselves a 7-5.
We are off. Once again, a World 7 start. Alright, once again, forced draw to begin with. Oh, the beta. Which one would you call this as a beta stage? It's
I don't know.
Because it's like 2-layered thing, but 3.9 is already taken up with something else, right? So
yeah, we already have 5.3.9.
Yeah, the Flappy Bird beta. That's the. This one is an exceptionally
that's
tame version of it. Until that, why no? It's the pipes are horrible.
Yeah,
that wasn't even the level's fault. That was just the pipes are horrible. This level can be disastrous normally, but
this is a great one for a tail though, because you get to go to the very last pipe.
Yep.
So
Just
SDiezal
go straight through.
SDiezal is off to a little bit of an early lead just from Pleco's unfortunate death there, but gonna try and despawn that chain, the loose chain. There we go.
You see the chain chomp at the start, and you immediately just go danger, danger.
Yeah.
Because that could have easily been fire plants going through there as well, or just any such craziness.
Alright, so pretty linear so far.
Not that I necessarily mind that as far as these worlds go. Oh boy.
I was gonna try to outrun the dog, but...
Okay. Your basic running speed is faster than the chain chomp, so you can... Oh, wow, okay. Interesting. Oh, not a great one to see when small, though. 8-4 is very irritating in this state.
Yeah, it could go for the double power-up here. Opting not to, though. I sort of prefer just, I'll come and check this box as well.
Yeah.
That's not what you want to see.
Oh no, that's
really
not what you want to see. Yeah. It's like kind of deceptive, right? When you have a star or something there. Oh no, like when you have the star and it's like you have the somersault jump, it can kind of feel like you make a jump when you actually don't, right? Because you're just in a completely different state than you normally would be.
Yeah, because I don't think the hitbox actually changes, right?
No, I'm pretty sure it doesn't. It just looks very different, obviously, so you end up, almost getting through.
Alright, gotta be really careful here. Yeah, play it extra safe.
Way around. Yeah. Yeah, that was a very difficult one to even try and get through faster, so... Pleco will be able to power back up here. It won't be to the Fire Flower, but this is still perfectly reasonable. You've got more than enough time to grab these, and that's fine, right?
Yeah, and with both of our runners taking an unfortunate death, on the first couple of levels here, pretty evenly matched, and that is the answer. I was really hoping that Jade was going to pull one out there and make that not the answer, and make them go around to the top one, but...
Slightly too early on the jump there or too late even on the fireball, I guess, for getting through there. That's fine. P-Wing pickup is pretty reasonable. Pleco just being able to get P-Speed flying in the last bit. It's a bit slower, but it is safe enough to get through. Nowhere airship. Alright. I guess we take those.
Alright, tail in the first box. Intentional damage boost now. Just gonna fly our way through.
That's a shame, because SDiezal's shown he's very capable of doing a P-Speed on this stage, so... Ooh, second thoughts on it. Pleco does want that Fire Flower, okay.
Just gotta be decisive, one way or the other.
Yep. It's It's like if you're gonna hit the box, you probably need to just like stay there until it's figured out, right?
Yeah, just take the third of a second to find out what the power up is. But all right, first world down, world 7 again, just over 4 minutes. So you know, not a terrible world 7.
Yeah, super. I mean, with a death as well for both sides, super respectable to be honest. To get through at that.
Yeah, I mean, both runners are on the back fence. You know, winner moves on in the Challenge Cup bracket, and the loser tournament life will be over here. So, you know, both of them on the back foot here, looking to continue on.
Once again, World 2. Alright. This one's a very interesting looking World 2 to start off with here, because the pipe being, like, there's a lock, and that guards the fort, right? We know there's at least 2, because we see the off-color fort there.
Yeah,
always used to be a... Go on.
So that red fort tells us that World 5 will be a 1-forter.
Yeah, that was what I was about to go through as well. Is like that usually ends up being the one that's stolen from World 5. So
yeah. So it ends up red in 1 and 2, I think.
Yeah. Ooh. So we actually don't have to do a fort here.
Yeah, I think you just play the 3 levels and continue on.
Well, yeah, I think so, because you've got to do a level at the end anyway, so it's like you could try it, but there's no point because there's not... It's like, again, yeah, there's a level at the very end, so you do have to at least do that one. You wouldn't, at best, you would skip maybe 1 level, right? Not even, because you've got to do this one to get to the forts.
Yeah, it's a break-even one way or the other. I guess it all depends on what the next level is, but
yeah, SDiezal having what I've been referring to as a gosh darn cheap son of a fish moment there, because these things will just spawn at a random spot and move too fast for you to react to in the slow movement speed. Diesel is gonna play one, okay.
Yeah, so I'd say this is probably a bit of a routing mistake, because if this doesn't break that lock, you got to go play the other level, the other fort, or you're going to end up playing the level anyway.
Yeah, Pleco in 6-7 meanwhile. So this is the sort of thing, like, my immediate instinct would have been, oh, play the fort, try and skip the thing. But then as I would have been playing 7-4, I would have been thinking about it, going forward, going, actually, that doesn't really make sense, because it's at best, which is how it works out, to be lucky this time, at best this is breaking even, but forts on average are longer than levels. So, unless it was 7-5 or something down the bottom, which it wasn't this time, be like, yeah, I probably wouldn't want to risk that. Nice cloud though. Oh, Pleco might miss that.
Yeah, it's early enough. She may chase it down, because it can't run away any farther. It's going to come a tile closer, because the lock is there. It all depends
even if she does, it's going to take her longer, right, than what Diesel had there, because the fire... Well, maybe not now, because the Firefly is right there. That's... Oh, well. Never mind. I was right in my first estimation, okay.
Oh, a nice fireball to the face.
Good shot, yeah.
Yeah, okay, so she is going to skip it. Yeah, the other, that is a very good spot for 1F to be, sort of locking itself from one side.
So, Diesel has a cloud advantage if he's able to / remembers to use them. Which used to be pretty good at it, just a couple of things in the first seat could have probably been more useful for them, but very good with them in the second seat, so...
Still forgot to slap it on for Bowser, but...
True.
Alright, so both runners on their way to World 3?
Yeah.
What's that?
You're gonna bring that up to him now, aren't you, India?
Oh, 100%. I warned him after game 1. He had a cloud for game 2 again and still didn't do it. Disappointing.
Okay, we don't have a hammer right now, right? So...
This is also a great setup for 1 fort.
Yeah, that's true. There can only be one, however, so we would need the Oracle to tell us which one it actually was.
Yeah, we'll see it in like World 7. It'll be like World 5.
Yeah, and it'd just be like, wait a
It'll be
minute.
the bridge maker. Diesel with some fireworks for us this time, taking over Pleco's job here. Does lose 4 seconds with that one though, so where she's been giving the mushroom ones that don't cost time, he did lose a few seconds there.
Okay. Ooh, that's scary.
That was close.
Pleco just going for the stand here, which again, completely reasonable. Yeah, I do not trust the that jump at the end. Like, it's so funny because it should be consistent with the thing, but it doesn't seem to matter for me when I do this one. It's like sometimes you just miss it if you try and skip all the note blocks. I don't know why, but you know.
Yeah, I'm a jump off the side of the hill and you land on the second note block every time.
I don't have a visual cue for when to do that. So
so it doesn't actually matter, but minus to the second cloud. You jump anywhere on that hill and you land on the note block.
There was a boss pass in this stage, by the way. 6-5 can be a really scary one because can be a micro Goomba at the top or Karibo shoe that will just utterly destroy you at the top there. Oh no!
So I was going to say Pleco going the right way, because the only proper way to go is through the right pipe, but not if you get eaten.
Yeah, so like this I haven't really done any sort of timing on this one at all as to like whether it's better or worse trying to, if you have a tail to begin with, I mean, trying to go like power through the stage in this one. Because like the enemy sets make it so difficult to really determine whether or not it's a good idea, right?
Yeah, I'm a right piper. I always prefer to come from this side so that I don't activate the ones up here until I'm flying up.
Whereas I usually don't have a choice because usually there's one of the Three Stooges at the very start of the stage that you always want to despawn anyway. So, you know, I have never really had a choice. A second star set. Wow. Okay.
So the sun won't come back even if you go in the pipe. Yep. The bass will. But...
Okay. I don't think I've ever seen it actually return unless I've gone too far over again, but okay. Nice P-wing for the bit here. Breaking the trend today, it has been a hammer like almost every single time from this guy in this world for me, but like...
I'm wondering if SDiezal wished he used that cloud.
Wow!
Ooh, second try and fourth try. Really good. Look at the sinkage through the wall.
Cool.
Redemption for the tail clips from game 1 for SDiezal.
Absolutely.
It's all because Jade rolled it as well. Oh, Pleco is the bro to go. Okay.
Yeah, I was thinking there's no, like, I didn't think it was a cloud that was used to summon, but I was like, there's no way she's managed to make up that much time off of it after 6-5 gave her trouble. Always love hearing the cacophony down below when you're just running across that section.
Heavy boy for Larry. 3? Maybe that was 4. Bad.
It's interesting when you have one that doesn't normally have 4 hits by the looks of it. Yeah. It's interesting when you have like Larry or Morton have earthquakes on this sort of thing, because they jump so low with the added like gravity to them. They don't always even manage to make an earthquake when they hit the platform going up there. So you know it is an earthquake one because they just don't jump high enough, but you don't often see them do feel the earthquake off of it. So you often can just like keep running, keep like going at them at that point. Ooh, the star run. Okay.
Alright, both gonna enter with the tail, so we won't get to see any 7-7 clips, so that's no fun.
Also not seeing the tail get removed here, so definitely not seeing a 2-star on Diesel's side.
Nope, let's see if Pleco takes the intentional damage on the first plant.
Well,
6 of one, half of the other, maybe? half tried for it?
So I'm sure most people know with the way P-Speed works and stuff here, but because I actually got asked about this in my own chat, Colors Pleco also unfortunately misses the 2-star. The reason you can't do it with the tail is because the P-Speed is finite. As soon as you jump, it's to stop you having infinite flight. It actually just runs out at a fixed time, and having to rebuild the P-Speed meter again is not conducive to getting a 2-star in that stage.
So you know what I don't understand, Cal?
What's that?
They've solved this problem in Mario 3, but then in Mario World, they broke the problem again. It makes zero sense that they made you able to infinitely fly in Mario World.
And they made it worse in that one too, because the double run button thing, so that you end up being able to turn around in midair, and you can technically, if you're really good with it, actually just like, you know, stay in midair infinitely by doing that. It's just ridiculous.
Yeah. Alright. Looks pretty vanilla for 4-1 here.
Yeah, nothing too dangerous in there. This is another stage that can have all sorts of crazy enemies, as we saw in the first scene.
Yeah, not as good as your game. Jade's going soft on us.
I don't think I have seen a 4-1 that crazy before. I'll be honest. Oh, that is perfectly free. This is the example of just being able to skip straight over the thing. Now, I think Pleco, technically, if she's good with it, will have an advantage here going into the stage if she can do the P-Speed, because that is a bit faster than what Diesel's having to do here. Ooh.
Okay.
Wait, did Diesel not get that?
No, I don't think he played either of the bros on the ground. She was going to get forced into both, though.
Yeah, which is annoying, but really nice survival shot from Diesel there as well. Actually, he was a bit off on his timing for the jump, but managed to use the tail in order to stay in the air long enough to like back up slightly and hit Roy for the third time there. Really nice movement, and yeah, the tail has been picked up. So rip that advantage, but a hammer is a really nice thing to have in the back pocket here.
Yeah, and we still have World 6 outstanding, so
yeah. That's the big one.
It was about 1550 through World 4 for Diesel here.
No double hammer this time, Diesel.
Nope.
6-2. So there's a couple of different strats that can be done with this one, and we will see half-assed attempt at the other one, I will admit. So if you time it properly, you can actually, I think I did both of these in my thing. You can time it so that you can whap the block, the second one from the bottom, and then whap the other one on the ground, and that just gets you straight through it. The other thing you can do is you can land on the one tile that's next to that block stack and jump with momentum so that you can land on the second cloud instead of the first one. Save a jump timing there. Oh, okay. I would have taken the flight here, I'll be honest with you.
It one of those levels that, it's tough, and the farther into it you get, the harder it becomes. So it's one of those ones where if you can, bypass this middle section, it makes it nice and easy. Okay.
Very nice.
Little bit of hopping on the bills there to make it through.
Yeah, like he did the stage incredibly well there, but I think most people would have built up P-Speed in a bit. We'll see what Pleco does here. I think she's had trouble building it up before, actually, because she... oh no! Because she hopped instead of just running left-right with it, so I think her meter wasn't really building up. Oh, using the Fire Flower, okay.
Yeah, I probably... P-Wing there would have been really nice, because then you don't even have to take the pipe. You can just use the blue block runway to keep your momentum up through the middle.
Yep, very stable Air Force there for Diesel. 278 going through. It's just a nice solid setup for it. Yep, bounce on the thing, and then hopefully you... Okay, that's fair. That note block has terrorized a lot of people going through this.
Alright, well, the first two pipes are useless.
As always.
Alright, 5-4.
Okay, I know what you've told me of for this one, but yeah, caution with the P-speed in brackets here, because a boss pass there will just eat you alive if you do the regular stuff here.
Only if you try to do every jump vanilla.
Yeah.
You just have to change one of them, that's all.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jade's got it right. It's the Soul Reaper.
The problem for me is that I didn't know the strat to begin with, so it's like it's hard for me to change what I didn't already know. So you know, I'm like, yeah, okay, I'm probably just gonna stop at the waterfall now. You know?
I definitely never got eaten jumping to the platform where there's normally floating red Koopa that you bounce off of. Definitely never got eaten in midair there by
Absolutely
boss
not.
No, never.
You know the funniest one for that though is in 7-8. If you fly over
the
pipe alley and you just get eaten alive after that when you try and float back down, that's the funniest one. Again, totally not talking from experience here. What are you on about?
No, never.
We would never have that happen to us.
We never screw up when we play this game.
Meanwhile, Super Tank's coming on here. There's another one that's been kind of weird to me sometimes of when trying to shoot the rocky wrenches down with fireballs to get P-speed to build up there, and sometimes the fireball just goes straight over them. It'd just be like, man, my timing is really bad today, apparently. Ooh,
yeah,
unfortunate hit.
It's one of the ones where actually a really small amount of frames can make the difference on whether or not they're going to bounce over or hit them.
Yeah. Pretty reasonable P-speed stuff there for Pleco getting through. Yep, just gonna make sure that last bit's safe.
Yeah,
This should
and
be a nice fire kill, right?
yeah, so this one you can just stand there and shoot, and then when she starts walking, you go up onto the raised platform and just finish shooting her.
Yeah, the only thing you've got to be careful with this one is if you're not quite fast enough to knock her out before she gets to the little raised bit. Sometimes, if you're really unlucky, she will just instantly climb that little staircase bit and can mess you up. So you might want to jump beyond her to make sure that doesn't happen.
What's going to be the penultimate world? We've got
to see 6 last, right? So
4 and 6.
Yeah. Ooh, that was a hammer. Too late.
That was a hammer,
too late
so-
for Will 3, but
So that
kind
advantage for Pleco is gone, though.
yeah, that's what I was thinking. It kind of nullifies that. What a weird start for this. Okay. I mean, it's Lydia, so whatever. But
It's 2 forts in a row. 4 F1. Are we going to see 4 F2 pairs with
Pleco.
it today?
Having some issues. Oh no.
Oh. That was close.
Oh, clutching up at the end there. That would have been a pretty tilting death, to say the least. Diesel not going for the jump past the swamp there. Do not blame him. Sometimes it's easy, sometimes it's the hardest thing ever. So nice to just stay safe and keep the fire flower for the faster boom boom kill there as well.
Yeah, that's always a fun clip I like to go for, though.
Yeah.
You can clip above it because then you just drop directly in the gap between it, and then you can just jump up.
Yeah, it's pretty
It doesn't save any time. It's just fun.
Sometimes it's not about saving time, it's about looking flashy, right?
I mean, 6 F1, the clip loses time. It's fantastic.
Exactly.
So fun to do, though.
But you get 1.5 points in the challenge tournament thing, right? So
Yeah, it's the swag points. The swag points are all that matter.
I did see some of that event a couple of years back, I think it was. So I remember that one being worth 1.5. So I think the 5F2 one was worth like 3 points or something. But you know,
Jesus clip, yeah.
Yeah.
You miss, you die. Pleco getting the little jump through the swamp there.
yeah, she didn't have the fire to risk in the first place. So I think that she was feeling a little bit like, oh, I didn't get
Ooh,
the
he
full
could-
jump off.
Yeah.
Yep.
That was a perfect setup to jump over those blocks.
Yeah, Pro noted the my reaction to that one yesterday because there was a red Cooper instead of the green one there, so it was floating down at the time, and I managed to like time a flutter so I could bounce off it and get over the top. Look, it was really nice, but unfortunately not quite getting it here, but that is totally fine.
Alright, just a star from that, bro.
That's okay. If it's in the way anyway, you might as well go for it.
Alright, World 6 airship for Iggy.
Not going for the clip this time. That's, again, completely fine. It's a weird one anyway to even dinghy on. So here's the second one of the little one-tile jumps you can do. If you one-tile jump off that burner, you can get up onto the above platform without actually having to like do a jump to the left first. And it kind of matters because it means the burner at the top bit spawns faster. So you can actually just immediately jump to the burner without having to do a bit of a delay there as well. So it is the slightest bit faster if you can get it.
Yeah, and we'll never know what the top level is because Pleco also coming down to. Oh, shoot!
Yes, good shot.
Nice snipe. Pleco also going down to 2-2, so.
That is crazy difficult to do under the amount of lag that was going on there, by the way, because there were 2 nanny bloopers on that screen. That was a lot of slowdown.
Alright, World 6. So both runners with the hammer. Pleco has 2, so unless, you know, the rock to the pipe and the rock...
Oh, second express lane there for it. Very nice.
Yeah. That's a wonderful clip, and that is, I mean, that's a 3-4 second save, easy.
Yeah.
If not more.
P-Speed is super powerful in this game, so yeah. Decent fire kill there as well. So there's still scope for catching up here for sure.
Yeah, if I was SDiezal, I probably would have scrolled the screen first.
Ooh, he's gonna get away with it now.
Alright, 2 forts here and then one back at start.
Yep. So there's no levels to even use that hammer on, so no levels to use a cloud on either other than the first one. So gonna be tough. Like I was saying, there's still scope for a comeback here, but it's the door is closing a bit here.
Yeah, it looks like it's probably going to come down to World 2 or World 8 because I don't foresee Pleco doing anything different here.
Yeah, Pleco's having a lot of trouble in 3-2 here.
Oh.
This happened to me all the time in the past as well. I feel her pain on that. If you have a tail, this is like a regular tail. P-Wing's a bit annoying here because you are going to be very slow through this, but if you have a regular tail, this is, to me, one of the better like stages for it, because that first bounce in between the 2 cheeps there, you can't make it with a regular thing. It's not the correct one. But you can if you have a tail, so...
Yeah, so Pleco could gamble on the first fort. Before hopping into the pipe, if she was feeling behind.
That'd be a pretty reasonable gamble too, actually. I think, yeah, this is what I would have done from the start. 7F2 though, it's a little bit of a punish here.
Well, it's a punish if it's wrong.
If it's wrong, yeah.
And we're gonna find out here on Diesel's side in about 5 seconds.
Yeah, because we see a lock on this end. Yeah, unfortunate, man. Wow.
Which means she'll end up doing all 3, because she's going to pick the one closest, I'm sure. That's an unfortunate gamble, but I think if she was feeling behind, I think it was a very reasonable gamble to make.
Absolutely. Like, in her defense, she made it through pretty quickly in the long run for that, so it wasn't bad. Oh! Nope, not going to see it. Okay, that was the perfect opportunity to try and do an off-screen one grab there, but no dice.
And so I'm going to assume that Lemmy was either 1 or 5 in game 2, because he was 5 in game 1 and 1 in game 3. So,
yeah.
Told you, it's either 1 or 5. He doesn't have an in-between.
So this is interesting from Pleco, I guess. I think she wants to see the hidden screen here to make sure there's no extra fort there, because we haven't gone across yet. And unfortunately, the coin ship was in the way of that, so... Yeah, she wants to see this bit, sees there's a lock there. So it's like, well, there's 1 fort already done, maybe we're okay?
Yeah. In chat, we didn't see any locks yet, so you can still get your guesses in for how many bridges.
Yeah.
We saw 0 and 1. So it's got to be 2, right? We're just counting up.
That would be the hope. Well, a forced draw of a level to begin with here. 3-6, not really too bad this time around, so that's fine.
We got a 7. I like the enthusiasm. Maybe one day.
That was the fake tank as well. It wasn't just any old level there, so we know that if we see the other tank, it is guaranteed to be the fort at this point.
Yep.
Probably mentioned something interesting actually that I didn't even know when I was listening back with this stuff. Apparently, if you go into a level on the screen with a fake tank like disappears as you're going into the level.
So not a level. So it has to be either the other tank, Air Force or Navy tile. Has to be one that auto pulls you in. But yeah,
and then
so
it just
if you,
like disappears from the screen as you're going in.
Yep. Or if it's the real tank that you're looking at, it will stay on screen. So it's how you tell.
Never have known that. Okay, I will try and remember that for later on.
Yeah, let's see if we get a chance here to show. Well,
there can't be a chance to show because we just did fake tank there. That's why it was just came to mind as the thing, right?
But you could see that the real tank would stay.
Oh, right.
There's no opportunity to see it here, but
you see the other part of it, yeah. Oh, I would have played that immediately. Like,
I think I would have played that at the dead end elbow.
Yeah, because we know that's the fort because of what we had at the start, right? So. Yeah, I would have immediately played that tank.
Yeah, so you're either going up to the Air Force, it looks like, or you're playing a level on the ham bridge to get to another pipe.
Knowing the way I've been doing these things, this would have also been my first check as well, as seeing what's on this side, and then just be like, well, I'm not doing the stage to get to there, I'm going to go around and see the other bit.
Yeah, so I think back to the elbow. Back to the elbow is the play.
Yep. Meanwhile, Pleco getting through the final airship here. Moving on to this world 8 as well.
Answer a question, chat. I believe we've seen 3 locks. 1 in the dark, 2 on the ham bridge.
Okay, so this one is 6-4 then.
Yep, this is 6-4.
Yeah, okay, so, yeah. I always get 6-3 and 6-4 confused as to which one's which, because they're both basically the same level at start to me, so it's like, whatever, you know?
Yeah, this one you play in warpless, and you play it small because you take the double damage boost in 6F1. It's actually a much easier level small because you get the P-speed build after you hit the P-switch there, so...
Yeah.
And then followed up with 6-8.
Yeah.
So let's see if Pleco. Yeah, let's see if Pleco just plays the tank on the elbow.
Yeah, we'll see once she gets through 2-4. Maybe just takes a look at the pipe at the top as well, past this one.
Yeah, I mean we know that Bowser's is open. We just have to find the pipe, which is probably the pipe has to be in the top right of dark.
We're gonna see some flying. Good stuff. Yeah, I don't know if it's really worth going for the second one here in Rando. I guess it depends how comfortable you are getting past the form at the top, but
I mean, even in vanilla, it doesn't happen. So
yeah. It's just like, it doesn't really seem worth it, because you can jump past the Thwomp at the top, and no matter what the enemy pattern, or the roller disc pattern is, you can jump around it, or like duck under it, or whatever, so...
Okay, so that opens up...
more pipes!
Yeah,
which is what we need.
One of these ones has to be a pipe to Bowser.
Yep, it's not that one.
It's not that one. So it'll be the top middle. I mean, that's quite the gamble to pick that Air Force tile over the free tank on the elbow.
Yeah, and well, it paid off. You have to mention it now. The free F2 coming in for Pleco here as well, so doing a different fort.
Did he have another cloud?
So he did, yeah.
Oh man. Diesel, diesel, diesel.
Lay into it, man. That's all I'm saying.
All right, Jade rolled a valid seed for everybody here with 3F2 being the real tank on the elbow. Unfortunately, we know it doesn't do anything for Pleco. So it does look like Diesel is going to wrap this series up here. A couple tries at the clip and then just going to go through the room.
Comparatively, this one's been a bit of a quicker seed in the end, hasn't it?
Yeah, this will be like a...
Oh, Doc! No! Don't go back!
Now they come backwards.
Oh my goodness, you got away with that one, dude. No
That
troll
was
laser.
really good ducking and dodging.
Yeah, great dodging, but it wouldn't have worked if there was a troll laser.
Let's get our GGs in chat for SDiezal, who is going to take this series and move on in the Challenge Cup. Finishing up with an official race time of 34:42.
And Pleco has, probably after the star 5 up here, has forfeited the race here as well. So, which is understandable. Her tourney time is done at this point. Very well played, though, I will say.
Yeah, it was a really great series. Game 2 came down to an item. Game 3, SDiezal was just a little bit cleaner throughout. So sort of just built up a small buffer with each world as it went. So
Yeah. And we welcome in Pleco here as well. GG's.
Yo, GG.
hey, GG's.
Unfortunate, but GG.
You did very well, honestly. It was a fantastic set of races there. And unlike...
and I was just like, yeah.
Yeah. And unlike somebody else, you actually did use the cloud on the Bowser's Castle, so he really wins here, right?
I'm the real winner.
Exactly, there you go. Yeah, so I don't know whether SDiezal forgot that you could hammer in World 1, or it was a calculated risk playing into World 3, but that ended up mattering in the second seed, which was very interesting to see, because you were a decent bit ahead until that play came in, and then it's like it's a 5-6 level swing or something the way that world ended up. So
well, it was so long, and honestly, when I finished that and went into the other one, I'm just like, I feel really behind.
Yeah, it's one of those. It's like it's tough to think immediately, but then you go, wait, what if my opponent did have a double hammer here? And yeah, as it turned out, that unfortunately was the case. And then this last one was, I think, a bit more, I wouldn't say tame that way, but definitely not one of Jade's most difficult seeds, that's for sure. But I think overall it was just slightly more solid play in general. There was a couple of small hiccups here, I think, but yeah.
GG's.
Yeah, we're welcomed in the booth by SDiezal as well, the winner of today's matchup. GG's.
Oh, there we go. Sorry, had audio issues. GG's.
GG.
Yeah, very, very well run races by both of you. Pleco is just a little bit cleaner in game 1. SDiezal, the double hammer in 3 saved you maybe 6 worlds or 6 levels. And we didn't know if you forgot about the World 1 rock being breakable, but obviously it ended up in your favor for that one. And then you had a really clean run through this final seed to cap it off. So
Yeah, I definitely forgot about the World 1 rock. I also forgot I had 2 clouds in my inventory. I think it was game 2, and I did Atlantis.
Yep.
Yeah, I
skipped that.
I just completely forgot that I had 2 clouds, not 1 but 2, and I immediately checked my inventory after. I'm like, oh, you got to be kidding me.
Was that in World 4?
We saw the post. This was Giant Land.
Yeah. It was you double clouded the first 2 levels in Giant, and SDiezal played them out.
A lady after my own heart, blind clouding to get to the fort first and going the bit there
Yeah,
and getting rewarded for it.
I double clouded immediately after that. I'm like, all right, I got to save time now, so I'm just going to use it.
Yeah, and that was a slight
one of
mistake
those
in
was
its
a little
own
bit of a
right.
waste because the pipe would have taken you there. But the only thing I do want to say about your cloud usages is in all 3 games you had one for Bowser, and in all 3 games you didn't slap one on. See if you could skip Bowser's castle.
How dare.
I opted for frog suit, and I forgot.
Yeah, you did do the frog suit thing. That was pretty cool. You got quite far as well, actually.
I got further than I thought I was going to get.
Yeah, so that was really cool. Yeah, so like I said, mostly first seed. Apart from the cloud thing, it was the clips were really the big problem in the first seed, right? Because you weren't able to get 7-1 or 7-6 clip, and just had to play the stages, which was a bit of a shame. And then the second seed, forgetting about the rock, actually ended up being the right play because you had 2 hammers going into World 3. Funny how things work out there. You were like 3 levels behind or something before that, 2-3 levels, and then it ended up being the complete opposite swing for the rest of the game. So that's
crazy.
It's unfortunate how that. I mean, I think most people would have done what you did, Pleco, and gone for the hammer before, save 2 stages immediately, sort of thing, right? So I know I would have.
Well, I mean, especially if you don't know that the what the hammer bro has on the other end too, like.
And like World 3 double hammer is such a rare play to even come in at this sort of point, right? That it's like that could easily just not have existed at any point. So yeah, I don't think there was a wrong play with it there. It was just unfortunate that it worked out the opposite way around here. And then in game 3, I think you were just overall slightly cleaner through the thing, Diesel. There wasn't really anything too sort of nasty in the way. It was really funny seeing the timing on the clips actually in 7-6 because you both had tail clip effectively at the same time there. The only difference was that the hammer bro had been played beforehand on Diesel's side, but you're basically neck and neck on the stage itself. So that was really fun to see.
It was like second try for Pleco and 4th try for Diesel, but sliding through the wall in sync. It was delightful.
That's awesome.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, the last seed was definitely the most generous of the 3. It felt like it felt very smooth.
Jay gave you a nice one to finish off with. What can we say?
Thanks, Jay.
Yeah, thank you, Jade.
So yeah, I think that's mostly everything I wanted to bring up with the stuff. GG's to both of you again. Really good series to see here, and
GG's.
Yeah,
Good luck on your next match, Diesel.
Thank you very much. This was a fun race. Thank you.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, and so Diesel, you'll
now
face
we can
off.
focus on Rookie Rumble.
Yeah.
You'll face off against the winner between Pickles and Beer and William in Texas. So
ooh, that's gonna be another good one.
Yeah, that's gonna be a good one too.
Yep. But yeah, great race from both of you. So if you have any final thoughts, feel free now. Otherwise, we'll wrap this up before we've got a couple more matches coming up in about 45 minutes.
I think that's all from me.
That's all for me. GG's again, everybody. Thank you
GG's.
for setting this all up. Appreciate it.
Awesome. Well, Cal, would you like to take us home?
yeah, you both did incredible today. I've been very proud to see the progress you've made at this as well, Pleco. It's been great to see everything come up as you've gone forward. You'll do great in this community, I know that for sure. And I'm looking forward to seeing more from you as well, Diesel, because you were at this when I was playing tournaments all the way in the past as well. So it's great to see, like, effectively, like an old versus new sort of battle in here. So
yeah, it was kind of sad we didn't get a rematch. I know we've had a couple in the past. So
yeah, that would have been awesome. But maybe next time, Renee. We'll work on that.
Turn.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
for sure.
But thanks for comms, y'all. Appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely. We do have another couple of races for the main tournament coming up in about 40 minutes or so. I don't actually have the page open at the moment. No, Human Mustard is doing one of them, so that should be exciting.
Yeah, so it's High Flyer versus Raikou Rider at 5 p.m. And it's Human Mustard versus True Hyper Mario also at 5 p.m. And so if there's anyone out there wanna throw their voice out there and calm the matches. Both are going to be excellent ones to watch, but both are still in need of volunteers for commentary. So, little plug there if anyone is out there listening.
And then there is one 2 hours after that as well. Vix Rider versus Dust Minion is at 7 p.m. Eastern. So Night Shifter is on comms for that one. That'll be fantastic to listen to as well. And yeah, it'll be fun stuff. We'll lots of Mario 3 rando action going on for the rest of the night. So yeah, good time.
And the week.
This is a
week,
day filled with bangers today. So
absolutely. So yeah, thank you guys very much for watching this one as well. Once again, GG's to you two. Fantastic game to come over as well. And we will see you for more action coming up soon.
Thank you. Have a good one.
Thank you. Take care.
take care.